back versus SKS for Alter Ego. Now that you're deaf, I welcome you back to Let's Play Alter Ego. This is your host, SKS, bringing you the finest entertainment and quality since 19 something. We're back to playing Alter Ego. I am a teacher. I'm married to Kathy, and my child is Vincent. But since I've been watching Jersey Shore lately, we're going to be calling him Vinny, so he can twinning. He can win some twins. My familia is 92 right now, intellectual 100 because obviously I'm the smartest person on the planet. Physical, I'm 65. I'm obviously one of the laziest. Social, 84. 84 must be the minimum for being able to do crappy Let's Plays, which is what you're experiencing right now. My vocation is 100. And calmness, confidence, 74, 89 respectively. Expressiveness, 84. Gentleness, 76. Happiness, 91. Thoughtfulness, 88. Trustworthiness, 74. I have 82,000, 16,000 per turn. And I'm spending almost every bit of that, obviously, on hookers and blow. Wow. We have some shit. That's cool. Alright, let's move along and play. Let's have an experience with our child. Can we do that? Yes. Have a family experience. Vinny, has just brought back his date for the evening to meet the family. Her name is Cheryl, and she is perky and very mature. All right, Benny. Oh, I can become flirtatious or remain in the row of authority. I don't know what to do here because my dad would always flirt with my brother's girlfriends, and he flirted with some of mine. So I mean, it's not like that's not something that's going to happen. But yeah, let's be a renegade. Let's become flirtatious. You warmly embrace Cheryl and tell her that you're happy to have her as a guest in your home. Just then the phone rings. It's for you. When you return, your son and Cheryl are gone for the evening. Aw. Well, that sucked. I guess I better make it up. Let's go have an experience with the wife. Your wife has an interesting habit, which she has displayed many times over the years you have been married. Every time the two of you go out to eat dinner, she leans over your plate and picks at the food in your dish. Tonight, the two of you are with very special friends. Moments after you sit down to eat, she spears an appetizer from your dish and plops it in her mouth. Give her a dirty look. Ignore it. Make a funny joke about it to the others, or say something firm but polite to her. You know, I don't really know what I would do on this one because I mean, if it's something that you all have done for a while, um, I would just ignore it, I guess, because what's the big deal? Hmm. I guess. Ooh, this one's tough. I think I'm just gonna say something firm but polite. You don't want to make a scene, so I'm not gonna. No, these other three are stupid. We're just gonna ignore it. It's probably been best not to make a big deal out of something like this, particularly in a public place. When the guests at the other end of the table see what is happening, they look at each other quizzically. You think they are wondering about the appropriateness of your wife's behavior. In reality, they are whispering to each other, "Is this appetizer that good?" Everyone at the table asks for a bite, and before you know it, you have none left. Well, things work out. Alright, let's pick and choose. Let's do one of these physical ones. Whatever hair you have left is rapidly turning gray. Depressed, unconcerned. I would be kind of down about that. I would be depressed. Get your hair dyed, ask for advice, do nothing. Guys, this is 2011. Go get your hair dyed. Women do it their entire life, even when they don't have hair, and not give a shit. After you get your hair dyed, you realize it makes a remarkable difference. You take some ribbing from your friends, but just as many people compliment you on how young you are looking, do you feel less depressed? Well, yes. Terrific. Now go out there and knock 'em dead. Yeehaw. Alright, let's have another experience with my son. Maybe he'll bring home another hot girl. There are none of these experiences that you can do right now. Okay, obviously, after I've violated his date, I can't do that. Let's have an experience with my wife. There's none of those I can do right now. Okay. Is there anything else that I can? No, not really. Um. Can we buy this? Let's pay cash for it. Yes, we just bought a luxury car, and I'm gonna have another physical. Whoop whoop whoop. Some backbreaking labor has to be done in your home over the next few days. The chore is unpleasant but important. No one who lives with you is willing to help. Resentful, determined. I'm not gonna be resentful. I've done shit on my own my whole life, so I'm gonna be determined to get it done, and I'm going to do it. Snap, you did it all right. Something in your shoulder just did something you don't think shoulders are supposed to do. Your arm is hanging down at your side, taking an unscheduled vacation from further work. You could have avoided all this, but now is no time for lectures. You have to go to the hospital. The doctors say you've torn some ligaments in your shoulders. You'll have to take it easy for the next 4 weeks. Physical fears sphere drops markedly. I knew that was going to happen, and you gamers knew that was going to happen. But eventually, shit happens to your body, so who cares? And snap! You did it! Oh my god, you fucked up. Way to be a human being. Oh well. I'm just going to randomly click these. You've seen your friend John and his wife Marcia. Wait a minute, is that the Marcia that I know? Whore. They have been a very peculiar relationship. Marcia insists on controlling every aspect of John's life. I think we've all seen that type of relationship. One day when you were talking to John, he confesses that about 3 years ago he began seeing another woman, one who is beautiful, kind, gentle, and loving. He has been thinking about leaving Marcia for this other woman, but is unsure if he can. Ooh, uncomfortable, comfortable. I would be kind of uncomfortable talking about this. Don't give him any direct advice, give him some advice. I'm going to be uncomfortable, but he is one of my friends, and I'm going to try to give him advice. Advice giving under duress is almost always bad advice. John resents you for meddling regardless of the outcome. Whatever. He's having an affair. What's it matter what I think? Bullshit game. I call bullshit. At a carnival, a friend tries to convince you to have your cards read by Madame Natasha, a psychic medium. Frivolous, skeptical. Well, I'm going to be skeptical because I don't believe in that stuff, but let's go see the medium. Let's just, I go to church and you're not supposed to do that at all, but let's just see what she says. You step inside a dark room. Medium Natasha looks more like a large Natasha and fills most of the space. You notice that she has a kind face and a gentle voice. The fee for reading is $50. Cash only, pills, darach. Cash only, please, darach. Dalich. Okay. Natasha asks if you want to continue. Sure, why not? I thought you were skeptical. Oh well, it's your money. Asshole. Thank you, darling. I think it's darling, but she says darlink. Now let us see. These forces of evil. They are very, very powerful. They are needing big spell. This spell will rid you of them for a long, long time. The cost of such spell is minimal $500, all materials included. Compared to the havoc caused by the absence of spell. Are you willing? Ja, niet. So she's Russian. Fuck her. I'm a German family. You know what we should have done with you all is killed every one of you back. Oh, sorry. I kind of had a flashback. So we're going to say niet. Good thinking. At $50 you were just a big level. At $100 you were a sucker. At $500 I would have tried to sell you a nice piece of real estate right near the Florida Everglades. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's do this one. Your father's eyesight is beginning to fail him, and his reflexes are not as quick as they used to be. However, he refuses to turn in his driver's license. Although he rarely drives, when he does, he is an absolute menace. You are sure that he'll wind up killing either himself or an innocent person. That reminds me of a joke. What is it when the guy said, I would like to die peacefully in my sleep like my grandpa, not screaming and yelling like the other passengers in his car. I think that goes along with that. Alright, so select a mood. Unconcerned, well, you're not going to be that. Angry or sympathetic? Well, it is my father, so I'm going to be sympathetic. Tell him he must give up his license, empathize, and try to reason with him. Do not bother yourself with it. Well, you can't do this last one. It's just not going to be an option. And I'm not going to yell at my father because, well, he's my father, and probably at that age he would still beat my ass. So I'm going to empathize with him and try to reason. All right. You try to explain that he might hurt himself. Nonsense! What's the matter with you? Do you think I'm a child? I could take care of myself. If this was my father, he would say this. Bullshit! What's the matter with you, boy? Don't you think I'm a child? I can whip your ass right now. What do you want, boy? And then we would go on. Empathy does not always soothe the savage beast. Your father feels an important decision were being made for him. This is very upsetting to the older people. After spending after spending a lifetime being responsible for your children, it is hard to accept their attempts to be responsible for you. He doesn't give up his license. All right, we've passed. You have passed through middle adulthood. Your family life has been good. During this phase of your life, your body doesn't always respond the way your mind would like it to. A sore back after a hard day's work and sore feet and legs after a long walk are not uncommon. In general, you are not very healthy. That's because I ripped my entire shoulder off. Fortunately, you don't have to worry about drugs or alcohol ruining your health. Socially, you're doing quite well. I hope that you and Kathy are enjoying your lives together. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, you're a very trustworthy person. Even though we all have our secrets, you are doing a very good job keeping your wilder side under control. You seem to have negotiated your midlife crisis without becoming depressed. You can be sensible and understanding. You are usually cool, calm, and collected. People see you as an extremely wise person. They rely on you often for advice and are pleased with the results they get from interacting with you. The next phase of life is full of mixed blessings. You may feel old and lonely some days, and cheerful and strong on others. Our society certainly has its share of prejudices against older folks, but you can have a rich, rewarding experience despite this. You will have your chance to thumb your nose at people who think you're too old to live up life a little. After all, you were doing most of these things and enjoying them long before these people were toilet trained. Damn straight, I'm gonna be a fucking asshole when I'm an old man. Welcome to old age. It is not white hair that engenders wisdom. Interesting. Well, viewers, I'm going to cut this video a little short since we've got to the old age. Oh, shit. Sunset actually means death, so I'm going to stop right here and we'll conclude the life of SKS on Alter Ego next time. Good night, gamers.